overseas is currently wearing are ceramic plates, which are a lot bulkier and just as heavy, and then a ballistic vest, soft armor sewn into it all over the place, plus additional, it's 42 pounds. And so we're working hard to get this jacket into our U.S. military.
Which was only 20-something pounds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're half the way.
All of our ammo carriers, our rifle carriers, our radio carriers can all be purchased and put on this carrier. So it is literally, like you said, if you need it for a shield and right then, you got a shield. You got a minute to throw it over your head, and with the cummerbund attachment, they go on pretty quick. It's really great. The other thing, he mentioned it, but I don't know if you realize your investment here is 50 years. That's your investment, because these don't go bad. I'm spending, and I explained this to Mom and Dad, showed them the difference between a rifle plate and my soft body armor the other day, just so they could, you know, it's hard to wrap your mind around that. $780 a vest per guy every 5 years. That's what we're spending on a budget that I budget for. How many we got coming up in this budget cycle? About 10. He keeps my list going, so 10. So I'm gonna have to replace 10 soft armors at that cost. I could not have done this without you guys.
So will they still
50
use
years.
the soft armor ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we'll always wear our soft armor, and all that means is that when we throw this on, we're going home at the end of the day, for sure.
That's a nice thing.
And I'd like to expand on that just a little bit. The soft armor is absolutely necessary because the majority of incidents are the small arms, or you walk up to a car that you've stopped and they've got a pistol, they can't really reach over and grab a rifle. So that's critical. You've got to have that on, and it's flexible enough. For guys, it gets hot in the summer and they're a little bit heavier. But what this is for is to put in that cruiser or in the fire truck. Fire truck and EMS are first responders. A lot of times they can't shoot back. They roll up on a scene, they don't know what they're coming into, and rifle fire starts coming. At least have something you can grab and save a life. And these are designed for those special threats, an active shooter situation, some guy on a rampage. Gosh, I grew up here. We'd go down to the river and shoot the rifles, and you know, Friday or Saturday night they get liquored up shooting tannerite and get in trouble, and then they call these guys, and the guy's got to roll up on them, and you don't know, guy can wheel around with the rifle. Well, you've got this in the trunk to throw it on before you go down to the riverbed. That way, if there is rifle fire, you can stop it, and you can go home at night. And that is our goal. And you guys have made it possible. And not only for this department, I want you to understand what you've done allows me to take the dollars that I've got, because our international sales aren't going to produce the $165 million needed to supply 1 million jackets. But it's communities like this that will, because then our dollars go further and we go to departments that don't.
This is for our protectors in this community. And we were the catalyst for that and the kind of the conduit. And we are so proud to do this, and we appreciate very much what your company is doing. And this is for our police department. And then as soon as we know, which will hopefully be next week, exactly what we can do for our fire department, that's going to be forthcoming too.
Wow.
And we know what this does is move us up to the top of the list.
Absolutely.
The check is for $10,350.
You're on.
All right. This is the Armor Advantage vest, just been purchased by our Yukon Rotary Club. Through their efforts, will help Yukon Police and Fire. Appreciate Michael Blackmore coming up and sharing today and bringing these examples to the club. We really appreciate everybody's efforts.